Sludge management aims at sustainable collection, transportation, treatment, and end use of fecal sludge by managing its service chain. There are financial transactions for every stakeholder. Do you want to know why fecal sludge financial flow is important and how financial transactions occur? This video is for you. Thailand fecal sludge chain is as follows. For each household, users will request service provider to empty the on-site sanitation system in their house, and then typically in Thailand it's happened about once every 2 years, and then the vacuum truck will be sent to the scheduled household within 3 days, and then they can empty the on-site sanitation systems. After having the emptying services, the trucks can reach the maximum capacity. Then it will be transported to the disposal site or the treatment plant, if any. In the best cases, the sludge will be treated and become a useful and safe product. From our research by the Asian Institute of Technologies, we found that the fecal sludge management business model, it mostly relies on the collection and transportation system. We found out that mostly 60% of our households, it relies on the service by trucks. Only 28% of that trucks providers, it can dispose the collected sludge at the treatment plants. The remainings, either they don't have any treatment or they have a treatment but the treatment plant is out of services. Thailand governmental authorities has divided the administration depending on populations. Then the city municipality, it is covered about 50,000 inhabitants. The town municipality, it should have the population of over 10,000 inhabitants. The sub-district municipality, they should have the population at least 7,000 inhabitants. And the smallest authorities, the sub-district administrative organization, the population should be less than 2,000 inhabitants. And this, we have the survey of over 200 governmental authorities. We found that the licensed companies and the local administration collection services decrease in the small level of the municipality. Then the collection service is covered by unlicensed company mostly. As for treatment, lack of fecal sludge treatment plant is very apparent in every level of the municipality in Thailand, especially at the small level of municipalities. Local administration and licensed companies operate mostly in cities and towns, municipalities.
Before starting with the common fecal sludge financial flow model in Thailand, let's go through some of the financial terms in fecal sludge chain. Cost. It is the price paid to get a product or a service. Revenue is the income generated from a sale of goods or services. Net profit is the amount by which revenues are larger than cost. Budget support is the capital given to a recipient to cover its operational cost. The funds transferred are managed by the recipient. Collection and transportation fee, or MT fee, is the fee that on-site sanitation system users should pay in order to empty their system. Discharge fee or treatment fee is the fee paid by the private trucks to the treatment plant in order to be allowed to discharge their raw fecal sludge. Purchase price. It's the price given from one stakeholder to the other for the ownership of goods. Investment cost for public and private utilities are very different, mainly regarding debt, equity, and interest. Truck investment. Vacuum trucks can be found new, second-hand, and assembled, whose capacity fluctuates from 3 to 6 cubic meters. And in Thailand, 62% of the providers have 3 cubic meters vacuum trucks. New trucks of 3 cubic meters can be found for $63,000, while second-hand trucks cost around $13,000. The cost for assembled trucks of 6 cubic meter capacity oscillates from $60,000 to $100,000. The cost difference between new trucks and the assembled trucks is no more than $10,000. Treatment plant investment. Construction cost of treatment plant includes material cost, labor cost, and land cost. 56% of treatment plants in Thailand are based on anaerobic digestion with sand drying bed. The cost of material and labor from the construction of such treatment plant of a capacity of 10 cubic meters is $10,000 per cubic meter.
I would like to explain the three models of fiscal/financial flow in Thailand. The first and most common is the public model. The second is the private model by the private company. And the third is the cooperation between public utility and private company, managing different parts of the fiscal chain. Main revenue for all models depend mainly on collection and transportation fee, which is standardized by law of our country. Therefore, the fee is about $8 per cubic meter per emptying time. And another revenues can come from selling of byproduct, which give a minor income. Moreover, only the public utility can get support from the central government. And up to now, Thailand doesn't count with sanitation tax to support fiscal management in the country yet. The first model is public model. Public model is the model that a public utility run the overall fiscal management chain by themselves, which is started from collection, transportation, and treatment until the selling of end-use product. At the initial stage, the investment fund mostly come from the municipality itself together with central government. As presented in the graphic, the revenues come from two sources. The main revenue is collection and transportation fee from the household. Usually, the payment is done after the emptying service is completed. The second revenue is come from end-use products sold, mostly as a soil conditioner and fertilizer. However, the overall operation and maintenance cost has to be covered by local authority or central government. Please be noted that only 20% of fiscal collected is properly treated by the public sector. For the private model, this private model is that the municipality gives license to the private company in order to allow them to collection, transportation, and treatment of fiscal in their area. The investment cost is mostly come from their saving or some running money. The main revenues is collection and transportation fee from the household. The payment is also settled after the emptying service is done. Few of the cases in which a private company operates with the whole fiscal chain. In Thailand, just one private company can selling end-use product as a soil conditioner as another revenues from their company. Public-private models. In the case cooperation between public utility and private company. In Thailand, this partnership is mediated by licensing fee and by concession. Revenues are collected directly by the private company that cover their own instrument operation and maintenance costs. Mostly private company will be responsibility for the transportation and public utility will be responsibility for the treatment. For a safe use disposal of raw fiscal sludge, the private company should pay discharge fee to the public utility which is own and operation of the fiscal sludge treatment plants. This fee is not regulated and vary from municipality to municipality. AIT had evaluated in-depth 28 cases of fecal sludge service providers, including public utility and private company, in which it was assumed 100% coverage from collection to end use. The fecal sludge management service provider in Thailand proved that as the amount of collected fecal sludge increased, leading to reduce the operation cost per cubic meter treated. The average of fecal sludge collected is about 6,000 cubic meters in a year. At this point, the cost is around $20 per cubic meter. Now, if the decision maker in Thailand aims to cover the cost under the actual revenues, the collection should increase to not less than 23,000 cubic meters per year. Based on 28 cases, cost and revenue were analyzed. It was found that even private company, the unit cost of operation and maintenance is higher than the revenues. Then all cases operated at loss. The median unit cost is approximately about $20 per cubic meter, in which any case would be able to cover this cost with the actual revenues. In Thailand, revenue from reuse application as dye sludge is minor revenues because only 1% of raw fecal sludge is converted to dye sludge. Therefore, the revenue from these products are only 10% of the overall.
Nonthaburi City Municipality has over 1 million inhabitants and is part of Bangkok's metropolitan area.
On December 2001, His Majesty the King expressed in public his concern about the current disposal of fecal sludge into channels and rivers. He suggested that the slurry of fecal sludge should be collected by trucks and kept it out of public streams and prevent pathogens dissemination.
Nonthaburi fecal sludge financial flow is based on public model. The public utility is responsible for collection, transportation, and treatment. The service coverage in Nonthaburi is limited to the treatment plant capacity, serving about 8,000 households per year. The flow starts by the household user requesting empty service of the on-site sanitation system. They contact the municipality either by phone or directly in the municipality office. After the service is complete in the house, the collection transportation fee is collected by the municipality. Once the fecal sludge is treated, the purchase price of these bioproducts, such solid fertilizer, are also directed to the municipality. Annually, the municipality gives to the public utility a budget support. This is aimed to cover 100% of the operational cost for the coming year.
At 8 a.m. I go to Nonthaburi municipality to get the job. It consists of service request list along with maps and phone numbers of customers. I get approximately 7 to 8 customers per day. When arrived at the house, they open the door waiting for us. Officials and operator explore the sewage pond, then open it and set in the pipe for suction of fecal sludge. The customer service time is around 20 minutes per household. When completed, we look at the vacuum scale and calculate the cost. The service fee is $8 per cubic meter. Then receive the money from the house owner and move to the next service. When the tank is full, we go to treatment plant and dispose the fecal sludge in the digester. When completed the job, we bring the money collected and report to office of Nonthaburi municipality. The service fee is $8 per cubic meter. If the excess is less than 1 cubic meter is $5. If the containment full 1 truck, the price is $33.
I request a service by calling to Nonthaburi municipality offices, and I do this around 2 times per year. The volume collected is 1.5 cubic meters and the service fee is $13 per time. The truck driver gives me the receipt, which I pay directly to him.
Fecal sludge collection and transportation costs and revenues for Nonthaburi municipality are as follows. Truck investment is considered a fixed cost and was covered by the municipality budget. The inversion was about $315,000 for all vacuum trucks. In fact, the municipality has 2 trucks of 4 cubic meters and 2 trucks of 6 cubic meters. Operational costs are divided in personnel, fuel, maintenance, and others. Breaking down the cost, it was found that over half of the operational cost is due to personnel, followed by fuel and maintenance. The unit cost for collection and transportation is about $7 per cubic meter. Fecal sludge treatment costs and revenues are present here. Fixed costs are land and construction. The land was acquired in 2003 at approximately cost of $950,000. Construction of the treatment plant, administration, and learning center facilities cost $850,000. Operational costs of treatment consider personnel, maintenance, material, utilities, and others. The major cost is represented by maintenance with 61%, followed by material and personnel. The overall treatment cost is $13 per cubic meter. On the other hand, the revenues from solid fertilizer represents only $1 per cubic meter of sludge treated. Now, let's have a look in the annual cash flow. Household users' collection fee sums $67,000, while the collection and transportation cost is $59,000. At the treatment plant, the revenues from solid fertilizer account as $9,000 per year, while the treatment cost is $150,000. Looking at this, for Nonthaburi, the fecal sludge management net profit is negative by $98,000. This is the amount that Nonthaburi municipality has to cover for the annual operation of the fecal sludge public utility.
High cost of collection, transportation, and treatment of fecal sludge management are mainly in construction, equipment, and personnel. For instance, sand and water are key components of the treatment process. The strategy to decrease cost is focused on transportation. Nonthaburi municipality, under the leadership of the mayor, perceived transportation limited by traffic jams each day, as well as long transportation time going from one household to another. As for the treatment plant, the anaerobic tanks have a capacity of approximately 40 meter cube each one. In one day, fecal sludge can be stored about 30 meter cube in one tank. However, if less than 30 meter cube of fecal sludge are collected, the process is inefficient. We have 31 tanks which follow anaerobic digestion for approximately 28 days. In terms of economic policy, we pursued effective use of the treatment plant and maximum efficiency. The collection fee is $8.3 per cubic meter. This price is not reasonable price. But if we raise it more than that, people may not use the service. After the fecal sludge has been treated, it can be sold as fertilizer. The price of the fertilizer is also low to keep the customers interested, as for the water that has been treated to be used for plants within the treatment plant. As for the budget, the municipality does not receive support from other agencies, more than the local budget from the government of Thailand. Then, the municipality has undertaken the complete FSM cost.
As presented in this video, Thailand fecal sludge service providers are operating all at loss, and Thai government is compensating this loss by bearing high costs on their side. Will Thai government still be interested on investment in fecal sludge management if this situation does not change? This is high time to identify the sustainable solutions for fecal sludge management, to which AIT is working on developing business models addressing these issues. For instance, optimization of collection and transportation and mobile treatment technologies.